The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time is rated E for everyone by the ESRB. Hello everyone and welcome back to the finale of Ocarina of Time Master Quest. In this episode, we're going to actually leave Ganon's tower. I know, what a strange decision to make for the finale, leaving the dungeon. But it's because there's one more item we can get with our equipment. Now that we have the golden gauntlets, if we come to the end of the path out here in Ganon's castle, then we'll come across another giant boulder in the distance that only the gold gauntlets can lift. I think this would be considered a black boulder since you start off being able to break the the yellow boulders with bombs, then the brown boulders with the hammer, the silver boulders with the silver gauntlets, and now you can move the black boulders with the gold gauntlets. Inside we have one more Great Fairy's Fountain. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull out our ocarina. Play the song. Oh. Sorry, my recording door was open. Could have been bad. Very bad.
Welcome, you. I am the Great Fairy of Courage. I'm going to enhance your defensive power. Receive it now.
Sorry about that, guys.
Your defensive power has been enhanced. Damage inflicted by enemies will be reduced by half. When battle has made you weary, please come back to see me.
So now what we've got is our hearts are now outlined in white. So instead of having 18 hearts, we basically have 36 hearts. Because now damage that would normally take one heart takes half a heart. Damage that normally takes a quarter of a heart won't deal damage visibly on the first hit, but will take a quarter of a heart in the second hit. I believe we've never actually had to... I don't know of a creature actually that deals only a quarter damage. Anyways, none of that matters because now we're going inside the tower. There is a secret room below the bridge. You can use the Lens of Truth to find it. And what that room has is some Deku business scrubs who sell magic potions. Okay. We still need a big key, thinking about it. In the original, the big key was just gonna be up this tower. So hopefully it's still here. Yes, it is. So yeah, now the style those only take a quarter heart instead of a full heart. In Ocarina of Time Master Quest for the 3DS, the damage you take is actually doubled already. So the damage enhancements you get from the last Great Fairy will actually fix that, so now you take normal damage instead of double. Which means the Dark Nuts in Ocarina of Time Master Quest for the 3DS, deal 8 hearts of damage. Almost an entire row. That is insane. But if you're looking for a challenge, that would be where to go. So I think we have one more room. I'm gonna pull out the arrow. One, two. There we go. So this room is actually probably the easiest out of the room. Well, second easiest. The first room was fairly easy because it was the Liz Alphos. They don't really guard or protect themselves. If I remember correctly, you can start hearing music as we continue to ascend the tower. I have my television's volume turned just a little down so that I don't get double reverbed music. But yeah, I can just barely hear the music as we got to the top. The Triforce parts are resonating. They are combining into one again. The two Triforce parts that I could not capture on that day 7 years ago. I didn't expect they would be hidden within you two. And now, finally, all the Triforce parts have gathered here. These toys are too much for you. I command you return them to me. I can't help you. Because of the waves of darkness, I can't get close. I'm sorry. You? Navi, you betray me. You forgot my name. Great King of Evil, Ganondorf. First thing, get out of the middle. He will do an earthquake strike that will hurt a lot. Equip the light arrow, and let's stick with the big Goron sword for now. You can stand everywhere you want, but basically what we're doing is another game of Dead Man's Volley, similar to what we did in the Forest Temple with Phantom Ganon. Shoot him with the light arrow. Roll. And basically try to wail on him as much as you can. The big Goron sword does a lot more damage than the Master Sword. I know that this is supposed to be like the big battle, where you use the Master Sword to defeat evil. But I've defeated him in 2 rounds. Probably 1 round if I wasn't messing up so much. The great evil King Ganondorf. Beat him by this kid? You. I feel like I did that last line. Mew! There we go. That feels better. And this is it. One way to know if Ganondorf is almost defeated is by looking at his cloak during the battle. You couldn't really tell when I did the battle, but his coat got tattered from the first round to the second. And then I defeated him completely, so yeah. Ganondorf, pitiful man. Without a strong, righteous mind, he could not control the power of the gods. And you, listen to me. This tower will collapse soon. With his last breath, Ganondorf is trying to crush us in the ruins of the tower. We need to hurry and escape. Please, follow me. Quite the walking animation she has, right? If you take damage, Zelda stops for a moment, and man, there's some major lag and slowdown. Wow, this is painful to watch. I don't know if it's because the game is old and this was like the expected frame rate of a game of this age or what, but gosh, it's almost unbearable. Zelda's on the side. You do have to basically follow her exactly because you have to meet her at these checkpoints. Jump across and down we go. Zelda doesn't need to jump, she can just float. She has that floating personality. Three minutes is very generous for this kind of escape. I think it's very important to have a wide time frame like they do here. So that's good. We do have some Stalfos here. And no, they do not burn up, so this is another Forest Temple time assault where you have to defeat them both in order to dispel the fire. If you took damage, collect the heart Zelda drops. If you didn't, you're all good. I love how, like, in that comment she just did, she's like, hurry, any second now the tower will collapse. And you have a timer being like, girl, it's gonna collapse in 103 seconds. You can calm down. Girl. So now in this room she zigzags. And I believe that's it. I think we're at the bottom of the tower now. We don't go back outside. Yeah. So now we just follow this stairwell. Zelda, keep going, girl. Girl, I know you're being all sweet to me and being all concerned about my health and well-being, but we gotta run. We are now... There we go. Gotta defeat the last Redead. I don't really understand why they put a Redead at the end. But we're just gonna keep going. Come on. Good. And we made it to the bottom of the tower. That's how they built this castle in 7 years. It was made out of cardboard. This collapsing castle looked so good back in the day. It still kind of looks good. I kind of wish that they'd have another collapsing castle that kind of does this, but in a better reaction. Modern animation, I guess. Just because the entire castle basically collapses in on itself. It's really interesting, and I wish that they do more like that.
It's over. It's finally over. I'm sorry I couldn't help you in the battle before.
What is this? I think I broke Link's animation. The being that needs no introduction, Ganon.
There's no way he's going to hold me back again. This time we fight together.
So there's a fun fact about Ganon. He was actually supposed to be much bigger than that. Oh, he actually unequipped me of the Big Goron sword. If you notice, we don't have the Master Sword here. He did knock it away, and you do require it to basically win the battle. Best way to do this, roll underneath his legs. Use the Big Goron sword, or if you don't have the Big Goron sword, use arrows or the Megaton hammer, because you can get the most damage by attacking him that way. So yeah, Ganon was actually supposed to be much bigger than his model that was currently fighting, because the idea was that you were going to scale him. He was going to be this giant beast. The idea would have been something reminiscent of Shadow of the Colossus, where you had to attack different parts of him in order to... Okay, I'm not getting it anyway, using the Big Goron sword. Another strategy, if you have the magic, I didn't know the long shot would work. So you can hit his face. So it looks like basically anything you can hit him with will work.
The Master Sword is here. Hurry up.
You are limited time to get the Master Sword. You must get it.
Use the Master Sword. Destroy Ganon with the Sacred Sword.
So now we're gonna do this battle basically again, from the beginning. Only now we have the Master Sword. We are gonna use the Master Sword from this point. Not because I wanted to challenge myself. I'm awful. I'm just no longer gonna like L target because that throws me off. I think you need to hit him 9 times. It's 9 or 10 times. I can't remember. Come on. Roll back. We're basically trying to get him back into that staggered state. This one. I'm using my power to hold the evil king. You use your sword and deliver the final blow. Now, I don't think it will work. Yeah, it literally does not work with the big Goron sword. This is why you must go and get the Master Sword. And that's it. That's the game. 6 sages, now! Ancient creators of Hyrule. Now, open the sealed door and send the evil incarnation of darkness into the void of the evil realm. You! Curse you, Zelda! Curse you, sages! Curse you! You? Someday when this seal is broken, that is when I will exterminate your descendants. As long as the Triforce of Power is in my hand. Thank you. You? Thanks to you, Ganondorf has been sealed inside the evil realm. Thus, peace will once again reign in this world, for a time. All the tragedy that has befallen Hyrule was my doing. I was so young, I could not comprehend the consequences of trying to control the sacred realm. I dragged you into it too. Now, it is time for me to make up for my mistakes. You must lay the Master Sword to rest and close the door of time. However, by doing this, the road between times will be closed. You, give the ocarina to me. As a sage, I can return you to your original time with it. When peace returns to Hyrule, it will be time for us to say goodbye. Now, go home. You. Regain your lost time. Home, where you're supposed to be. The way you are supposed to be. Thank you. You. Goodbye. There's still more, so I'm gonna let the credits roll, but I guess now would be the time to talk about this project. I did not lie when I said that I've been playing the dungeons blind, because I've been playing the dungeons blind. I only played Ocarina of Time Master Quest 3D once, and I don't pay attention to any of the videos that I've watched in the past by other YouTubers who've played Master Quest before. So it was really interesting playing the game. I definitely think that because of my knowledge of Zelda puzzles and how they can get a little bit tricky and interesting between 2D and 3D Zelda puzzles, it helps. But it's definitely different playing the game. So I would recommend, if you don't already, try to find a copy of the original GameCube. I got the case right here. This is what the case looks like. I know it's kind of hard to see. So, perfect. That angle works. It has both the original Ocarina of Time and Master Quest on the cover because both games are located inside the game. There's also some demos of some games that were coming out at the time of this game's release in 2003, it looks like, including F-Zero, 1080 Avalanche, Wario World, Wind Waker, Metroid Prime, and A Link to the Past and Four Swords for the Game Boy Advance. So, this is a game I got to borrow from my friend. He's super awesome. I recommend checking out his channel once it gets going. And later I'll be returning this because it's not part of my collection. But, I might not return it. No, I have to. I told him that I was finishing up the game today, so he's getting his game back. I do have various other games that I'll be getting into. By the time this video has been going, you would have had some Super Smash Bros. Ultimate going and Donkey Kong Country going as well for Saturdays. But now I want to get another project rolling because just having Smash doesn't give quite a lot of diversity. And Donkey Kong is a great classic game, but it's not really something that holds strong merit? No, that's not the word. It's not the only project I want going. It's very short, so once this project is finished, at the end of the month, which for you guys it's gonna be like a day, for me it is still a whole month away, I'm going to be working on something. I'm going to be having a new project rolling. Now, I haven't decided what it is yet for Majora's Mask. No, post Master Quest. But I've been doing a lot of Nintendo games lately, so I think I'm going to mix it up and do maybe a PlayStation 4 game or a Xbox 360 game. Probably something that'll take a bit longer to do, something that's not as open-ended or continuous as Smash Bros. Would be, but also not something that's going to be short and quick like Donkey Kong. I'll probably do a trailer video for that in the next couple of weeks to make the official announcement. So, yeah, we have that. Anyways, we just have the ending here. The end. One last thing to note about this game for a bit of trivia. When we first came here as Child Link, it was just a normal encounter, but in this second visit that we don't actually get to see the reaction to, Link has the Triforce of Courage on the right hand of his hand. It ties into how this game divides out amongst the different timelines, where a child timeline exists and an adult timeline exists. From the moment where Zelda sends Link back in time, her time era continues on, because it's one of those thoughts where even if you were to alter the past, your present doesn't change. This is why there's split timelines. And now, since future Link had the Triforce of Courage on the back of his hand, it came back in time with him. So now there is proof of what Ganondorf plans on doing. And that's where Majora's Mask and Twilight Princess come into play. We will probably play those games in the future. I haven't decided when, but there's still a lot more Zelda titles to play, and I'm excited to get to them eventually. But for now, we're going to stick with something different, and I will see you guys in my next project in the next couple of days. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you liked what you saw, leave a comment in the comment section below. Like that like button, and subscribe if you have not, so you can be notified when my next project comes out. I'll see you guys all in the next series. Have a great day. Bye.